It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Browns' towering wide receiver. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Browns and the Rams.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he's brought down for a loss.
This man cannot run. I don't get it. Come on.
The one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm.
Instead,
he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Play action. It's Watson. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Watson. That one's cut along the left sideline.
Someone got to come back to the ball.
The Browns headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive.
Where's Chubb?
Watson now off play action. Bails out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Throw on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, it's Ford. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll throw on third and long. He has the first over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. From the gun, Watson has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Sticking to the air with Watson. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ford. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Stop short of the goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Working from the gun, Watson. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Watson has it, third and goal. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say
it was
maybe
bad. I thought I had more room out there, but he plays back into the flat.
Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Ford straight ahead. And he runs
I had 2
across,
tries.
touchdown.
Might as well let him go.
The Browns can
go,
tie it for the
Jerome.
second after cutting into the lead. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
The offense returning to... Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Watson now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Watson on 1st and 10. This will be caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
3rd and short, it's Watson. Catch is made in close.
Yeah.
That's a Cleveland touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
First and 10, here's Watson. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL game, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
He's now up to 7 catches in this first half. Quite the pace that he set for himself. Let's see if he can keep this up and just how many catches he can haul in before this one's over. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
This is ahead for about 5. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And there was really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Judy there to grab it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing is Watson. That one complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Trying to work quickly now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Yo.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got...
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. We'll have them gain up about a handful there. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. So that's halftime here in this one. The Browns on the road, but currently in front. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey, to check on the Giants. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory.
The give up the middle to Ford. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Given 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down, Watson throwing again. Finds him
Good
over the top.
pass.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the gun, Watson. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Sticking to the air with Watson. This one's caught. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Working from the gun, Watson. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Play action, it's Watson. Finds Judy near the sideline.
Actually, I called timeout. He got that off, though.
He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Watson working in the pistol. The trick play unsuccessful. His throw falls incomplete. 4th down coming up. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 38. This will be caught by Cooper. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Watson now off play action. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, they did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Here's Watson to the air. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his
I don't
3rd
know why I do it
interception
like
of
that,
this
but
season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
And what you're trying to do defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Watson on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's a give to Ford. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing now, off play action. Brought in inside the 20. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 37 on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Running is Ford. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Another one for Ford. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
To the ground with Ford. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Complete, it's Cooper. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
This is Ford. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Watson to throw it. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns have likely locked up the win right there. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. So we'll get a pause in the action. Looks like medical staff out for an injured player. And it's Deshaun Watson, the one hurt on the play. First throw for the backup now. Got him in. It's Njoku. A strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now Ford. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 17. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
On the carry, it's Ford. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Browns nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. 1st and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Running it after the penalty. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It's 2nd and goal. Ford. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Browns making a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
So the Browns will take this win home with them. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other,